So you can be sitting down for this, you can be laying down, you can be in any position that feels comfortable to you. And just taking a moment as you're starting to arrive to just get any kinks and creaks out. You can pick some neck rolls, you can do some torso twists, some side body bends. Just start to feel into your body and how it's feeling right now, and see what movements you can make that might feel really good to your body in this moment. And whenever you feel ready, no rush at all. You can keep moving for as long as you'd like. But when you are ready to come to a place of stillness, you may do so at any time. And if you're in a space where you feel safe to do so, you can let your eyes gently close when you are ready. I'm just marking your arrival to this practice today with a full and deep cleansing breath. A long, slow inhale in through the nose, letting yourself fill up. And as you need to, letting all of that go. Slowly exhaling bit by bit. And pushing that final bit of air out of you to just truly empty yourself. And just pausing for a moment in that emptiness. And as you need to, inhaling once again. And maybe taking a few more rounds, exaggerating these 4 parts of your breath. Just making your inhale as long and as deep as possible. Pausing once you are full and just letting yourself be full, noticing what that's like. And then exhaling fully, deeply, pushing the last bit of air out of you and pausing to feel that emptiness. And you can continue to breathe like that if that feels extra good for you this morning or this time of day. And at any point, you can release this guidance over your breath altogether and allow yourself to step back into that role of the observer, observing your body breathing itself. And just letting all your inhales and exhales come just as waves on the shore. Just not feeling the need to control the rhythm of your breath, but just noticing what the rhythm of your breath is. And it's okay if that feels difficult today. Some days that can feel difficult. And just letting yourself come into a space where you are watching the processes that happen in your body. And you can start now to notice your posture. Just notice your physical body and the shape that you are in. Notice the relationship between your head, your shoulders, and your hips. Notice right where your skin meets the air or the clothes that touch your skin. And just becoming aware of the boundary of your body and everything inside the body versus outside the body. Starting to soften the face, letting any expression that's on the face just melt away as you let your jaw hang heavy, your cheeks, your eyes, your forehead, even your chin and your nostrils and your ears. letting your shoulders be heavy and fall away from the ears. And at the same time, letting your collarbones be broad and letting your heart sit in a proud position between the shoulders. As you feel your chin just slightly tucked down toward the heart, just so that the back of your neck can be as long as it is. And letting your tailbone get a little bit longer as you do this, and just feeling the full length of your lower back. And as you get into this straighter posture, allowing your muscles to soften beneath this posture, and just trusting your bones, trusting exactly where you are and how your body is, and just knowing that your muscles can release, letting them be only as active as they need to be to hold you in this position, but letting go of any extra tension within the body. And softening the jaw once more, softening the forehead and eyebrows. And then bring some attention back to the skin and the barrier of your body. And even with the eyes closed, just seeing the shape that you are in. And zooming into the pores on the skin. And just noticing that each breath you take in, these pores are gently opening. And each breath out, they are gently closing. As you remember that the skin itself is alive, the largest organ in your body. And letting your breath be a full-bodied breath. Trusting the intelligence of your skin, knowing that the air that enters your body through the skin is not harmful to you in any way, and that your body is a natural filter for anything that might be harmful. And just remembering what happens when you get a small cut anywhere on the body, on the hand maybe, and how that cut will always heal itself. The skin is intelligent and will heal itself. And even without any of your doing, this process will occur. But there are certain things that you can do to aid this process. There's ointments and band-aids and salt water and things that will speed the process a bit. And this is true with every process of healing. We are always in a state of healing. We are always on our way to a different place than where we've been. Change is always constant. And at the same time, there are certain things, certain practices you can do to aid this process, to speed up the healing process a bit. And not rush through it, but just bringing your focus to that process. It's kind of like if you're cleaning out your house, and you can really slowly do it just over the course of years. Focus maybe once a month on a certain room. But you also have the ability to just do it all in one weekend or in 1 week, and just nonstop focus on cleaning out your space. And this can also be applied to your inner space in a way. And you'll also remember and know that we don't only clean things out one time. This is an upkeep process. So we can have a perfectly clean kitchen in the morning, but at night it's messy all over again. And this is how our mind can work too. So it's this constant daily effort of taking inventory with what's going on within you and around you, and what things can you help and what things are completely out of your control. And just learning to recognize what is out of your control. Because no matter what you may hear, there are things that are out of your control. And all we can control is our reactions to what happens to us and setting ourselves up for the best possible outcome, so that even when a bad thing happens to us, we feel a bit more equipped to handle that. We have the right support system set up around us. We have practices we can go back to. We have comfort items and foods and things that we know can just make us feel good when we really need that extra support. So just taking this moment now to bring your attention into your heart center. And if you ever have trouble feeling the rhythm of your heartbeat, you can always place one or both hands there to feel that from the outside as well. But as you feel your heart, just remembering that this is a pure miracle of your life, and that there is nothing that you are doing to control your heartbeat, and that this heart has been beating for you since you were in your mother's womb and will continue to beat for you until your last breath here on this earth. And this heart is proof of your healing ability. This heart is pumping blood throughout your entire body all of the time. This heart is keeping your organs fed and functioning. And this is a process that will happen always, for every moment of your life, whether you recognize or not. And simply by being aware that this is a gift and that this is a powerful organ that's always on your side, is always working for you and you alone, it can just give you that moment of clarity and trust that will always be here in healing, and our heart will be beating for as long as we are meant to be. And there is nothing you can do that will take that so far off course that you will stop healing. And just remembering the pure gift that all of this is. And also remembering that this will not always feel like a gift. And we will go through stages where we forget the miracles of living and gratitude and all the good things, happiness and joy. And we're not meant to feel those things all of the time, or else they wouldn't be nearly as special. And just remembering that your body is exactly like the moon. Your body is illuminated by your soul. Without your soul, your body is just matter. And same as the moon, it is just matter. It doesn't have a light of its own, but it reflects the light of the sun. And at times, the moon is fully illuminated by the sun, and it's a full moon. It is shining down on us at night and sharing its light. And other times, it is a new moon and completely in the dark, and you can barely see it. And then there's all those phases in between. And we are the same way. We will always go through these cycles of feeling fully illuminated by life and by our soul and by love. And we will also go through phases where we feel in the dark and disconnected. And we are not meant to stop this process and stay at one phase. We are just meant to let ourselves live through the phases, and knowing that the next phase is always just around the corner. And just let the waves continue to come and go. And sometimes the greatest source of our suffering can be our want to stop these changes, our want to just stay at one place and to feel good all of the time. But simply by releasing that want or that deep need we might feel to feel good all of the time, it releases that whole layer of should feelings when you're telling yourself that you should be feeling a different way than you're feeling. And just simply allowing yourself to feel however you are feeling, whether that is really bad and sad and angry and upset, or if it's really great and happy and joyful and loving. And then all the other emotions in between. Just letting yourself be exactly where you are in your healing process and trusting that this process is always changing. And just once again feeling the rhythm of your heart and noticing if you can feel the rhythm of your heartbeat in both of your hands as well. And just remembering that physical and energetic connection between your heart and your hands, and how there is a pulse in both hands. As you remind yourself that all of this healing ability that exists in your heart exists in your hands as well. And your hands have the ability to create the things that you need to create. Your hands have the ability to do all the things that your heart desires. And just enhancing this connection between your heart and your hands just by being aware. So if it feels like something you'd like to do, you can let your hands find each other now. And just feeling this pulse of your palms into each other. And letting your thumbs press toward your heart and letting your heart lift back toward your thumbs. And just feeling, once again, this strong power that is your own pulse. And as you take a deep and full breath into the body, just let yourself fill up. And as you exhale, just let go of anything that no longer serves you, as you let your head gently bow. And just bowing to the source of energy that your pulse is coming from, whatever you believe that to be. Bowing to the constant source of guidance and inspiration all around you, whatever that means to you. Bowing to everyone in this space for listening and completing this practice right alongside you. And finally, bowing to yourself for choosing to show up today and for taking the time out of your busy life for this pure act of self-love and self-care. May this act continue to heal you through the rest of your days and nights, and may you bring the same love and understanding to everything that you do and to everyone that you see.